Thanks for joining me back in the office today. Works of art lead us to thinking about the artist or photographer and giving him or her the credit for the work. Artwork representing anything of nature hopefully, ultimately, leads us to giving credit to our Lord, its maker. We see God's handiwork and it certainly is good. As we know, God himself said about what he had made, that it was good. Of course, one doesn't need to attend an exhibition to see such handiwork. There's beauty all around us if we have the time to look. A flower, a fountain, a happy child playing, the tall skyscraper, the floral displays for sale at the florist shop, a fine horse, and of course the night sky, to name a few. We happily have been given 5 senses to fully take in what the artist, designer or creator has intended. As a teenager, we sang a song as we thought about the night sky, and the song went like this, and I quote, "In the stars his handiwork I see, on the wind he speaks with majesty." And there's 2 of our senses there for starters, picking up on the work of our heavenly designer and creator. Many times we have seen inspirational works of art, real eye-openers. And yet the biggest eye-opener of all happens with a person's encounter with Jesus, eye-opening spiritually speaking. Yes, the bottom line, the real eye-opener is our Lord as we encounter him initially and meet with him and walk and talk with him daily, seeking to see and know more of him in our Christian experience. Yes, the one that we should gaze on and open our eyes to is our Lord. Some would argue, but you can't see him. In our spiritual life, the real us, we can have our spiritual eyes open to see him. We see him in his words to us in the Bible. No wonder the psalmist prayed, and I quote, "Open my eyes to see the wonderful truths in your instructions." We see God in nature, even photographs of nature. That Bible verse I quoted at other times about being left without excuse, and I quote, "For ever since the world was created, people have seen the earth and sky. Through everything God made, they can clearly see his invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature, so they have no excuse for not knowing God." We see God in people. We used to sing, and I quote, "that the world may see Christ lives in me and learn to love him too." Can folks see any Christ likeness in us? A challenging question indeed. The Bible says, quote, "Let your light shine before men in such a way that they may see your good deeds and moral excellence and recognise and honour and glorify your Father who is in heaven." In my reading during the week, I came across an interesting question, and it went like this: how would things be different if Jesus came and took your place? Well, in real terms, he did on a cross that first Easter. But if he took your place today, whether we realise it or not, that is exactly what he wants to do, to make himself known to others through our lives. One Sunday, as they walked home from the Outback Chapel, the small girl turned to her mother and said, "Mum, there's something Chappie said that I don't understand." Mum said, "Oh, what was that?" The small girl replied, "Well, he said that God is bigger than we are. He said God is so big that he could hold the whole world in his hands. Is that true?" The mother replied, "Yes, that's true, dear. But Mum, he also said that God comes to live inside of us when we invite him to. Is that true too?" "Yes, dear," said Mum again. With a puzzled look on her face, the child asked, "If God is bigger than us and he lives in us, wouldn't he show through?" An interesting question, isn't it? We read, and I quote, "They show the bright glory of the Lord as the Lord's Spirit makes us more and more like our glorious Lord. Does our Lord shine through you and me? Another challenging question. Reminds me of the music of the song and the lyrics, "Shine, Jesus, shine," and I quote the third verse. As we gaze on your kingly brightness, so our faces display your likeness. Ever changing from glory to glory, mirrored here, may our lives tell your story. Shine on me, shine on me. If we're Christians, when people see us, He ought to shine through and show through in our family life, our workplace or school life, university life, social or recreation life, our business dealings, indeed in every aspect of our lives. Family likenesses are fascinating, aren't they? We take after our parents, we may talk the same, look the same, even have some indefinable similarity that we can't quite describe. Who do you take after? Look in the mirror or ask a family member or friend. Mankind, we read, was made in the image or likeness of God. On the last day of creation, God said, "Let us make man in our image, in our likeness." Christians take after the Heavenly Father and show it. They display, or supposed to display, the character traits of the fruits of the Spirit, and we've talked about that before. As folks gaze at you and me, God's workmanship, do they see the light of God's love? Is there any likeness or resemblance to God? Kindness, compassion, forgiveness, love. Do we love even the outcasts of society? Is there any patience, peace, joy? Christians are a family. There will be a family likeness. The lyrics of a song come to mind, and I quote, "And they will know we are Christians by our love." And finally a prayer. Lord, I realise that I may be the only sermon some folks will ever see and hear. Help me please to reflect your likeness in my actions, behaviour and words this week. Amen.